we're in a civil war with the globalists openly trying to block our economy reopening, saying corporations in an alliance with blue states and cities under the UN direction will not open until the UN says so. So Trump goes after the head of the UN because that's a globalist who's been caught covering up the bioweapon release and trying to get the Chinese into the country when they had it to spread it to do this. But because Trump ignored what they said and ignored the federal judges and blocked the Chinese coming in, it was much less. And now they don't have the big death toll these dirty filthies wanted, do they? These scum. That guy shouldn't be fired. He should be arrested on war crimes of bioweapons. And after he's convicted, hang his ass by the neck until dead. And I want to go overthrow China and hang Xi Jinping's ugly ass as well. You attack us with weapons, you die. Nuremberg trials are coming. Get ready. Bam.video. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't point out how InfoWars and Zero Hedge and a few others were the first to break that the COVID-19 bioweapon that's got half the planet on lockdown, directed by the UN and the Chi-Coms, originated from Wuhan. I'm not up here saying we told you this first to go, oh, look, we're great. We know what's coming next. The lockdown of the economy, the mutiny of the Democrat states directed by the globalists, the total depression, the overthrow of Trump, ongoing, unending martial law that you would never put up with, but, oh, it's because of a virus. This is their plan. If they just killed Trump up front or crashed the economy up front, they wouldn't get away with it. But if they have a virus as their cover, they can. David Knight's still here. I saw him out there in the hall. If he can, I want him to pop in maybe at 12:15, come up about 30 minutes for a segment, because we just did a little bit of searching this morning. And look at these headlines from Infowars.com. January 29th, coronavirus, Chinese espionage behind Wuhan bioweapon. And then he lays out the arrest of the Harvard biology head, how it's out of the Wuhan level 4 bioweapons lab. Earliest report we can find is David Knight. January 31st, coronavirus contains HIV insertion, stoking fears over artificially created bioweapon. Infowars.com, Zero Hedge, major Indian universities. We're just reporting the truth. But see, the Indian university got threatened with all their funding being pulled. Didn't pull the research, just said we've been ordered to. And then now the Indian government says they believe China launched it on purpose. Creator of U.S. Bioweapons Act says coronavirus is biological warfare weapon. That, of course, is Dr. Boyle on this show and other publications February 4th. And he specifically laid out the Fauci NIH transfers 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16. Program ending when Trump got in 2017. White House asked scientists to investigate whether 2019 Incova was bioengineered. That was its earlier name. February 8th. Infowars.com, Zero Hedge. And then it just goes through all the interviews with Boyle on the show going back into early February. Full transcript of smoking gun bombshell interview. Professor Francis Boyle exposes the bioweapons origins of the COVID-19 coronavirus. He'll be joining us in the third hour. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Oh, months later, Senate Intelligence Committee, Pentagon, all say word for word what we did. Again, why do you think they want us off the air? Because we research and we have the experts on that are silenced. And we have a track record of like 97% accuracy. And by the way, you think I like being accurate like this? I don't like this. I wish COVID-19 didn't exist. I wish we all lived forever. But if it is going to exist, I wish it was naturally occurring. You think I want to go to war with the Chi-Coms? You think I want to have to go up against these people and have the Democrat dug-in party literally harassing my crew, harassing me, trying to put me in prison behind the scenes, running around engaged in every crime you can imagine and never getting in trouble because they've still got the media and the banks and most of the Justice Department, and they are just lawless trash who literally hate America and believe what they're doing and that Xi Jinping's good and that Trump's bad and that I'm bad. And they publicly say, please destroy Trump. I have crew that one crew member's worked here 18 years. His sister will not talk to him because he works here now. And she says she hopes Xi Jinping crushes us. She worships Xi Jinping. These are sick people, folks. These are sick people. Now, you know, I've talked about what's coming next if we don't turn this around, and so much of it's already here. When I look at the Democrats openly, when Trump keeps things shut down, they say, okay, you're a good president now. You're a good president now. And the minute he tries to reopen things, they go, oh, you're a horrible person. You're going to kill everybody. COVID-19 is your fault, when they were the ones that tried to get it over here. Because the common sense thing is, if we think a bioweapon's gotten out or something really bad, well, you block where it comes from. You quarantine that. You don't quarantine everyone. It's the analogy of lowering your drawbridge for an enemy army to enter your castle, but then you run around with troops while the drawbridge is open, and the troops go to the homes of the villagers and point swords at them and say, stay in your beds. And like there's barbarians like running around battle axing people, but they're pointing swords at the people inside the castle. Well, that's because they work with the globalists. They work with the barbarians. They work with those sacking our country. This is a psychological warfare takeover. They couldn't beat us in World War I or World War II. The globalists couldn't get what they wanted. That's what world domination is, globalism. They didn't just invent it in the last 60 years. And so when I look at all this and how the mainstream media dutifully covered up when it came out it was a bioweapon, and good universities were prestigious, scanned it and went, wow, this is man-made, conclusive. And others looked at it and said, yeah, Peace Shuttle genes, where they did the gene editing, the RNA editing, 100% conclusive. Even more conclusive than, say, taking your front teeth out in their dentures. Like, are these real teeth? Are these, well, they take them out their dentures. Mine aren't dentures. I'm saying it's an analogy. I mean, it's totally fake, hands down. We've known that for 9 weeks. It's not that we're that smart. It's that we'll tell the truth. All the rest of the media, when they knew it, in fact, that's in the AP report, leaked from the World Health Organization to the Associated Press. We're not denying it, that they knew and covered it up. And then the head of the World Health Organization, an admitted communist, his party affiliation is Communist Party, Ethiopia. He was involved financing bombings on Christian churches. On record, he's proud of it. The guy will blow your churches up, okay? Even better, just to say you can't go in them. This man got in Trump's face and said, do not block flights from China. It's xenophobic. And taking orders from his bosses, up crawled the little spider Biden to repeat it was xenophobia. Remember that just 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago? That's who these people are, and that's what they think of you. It's just flabbergasting. And we're going to sit here. You go outside Austin, that's a blue pit. Nobody's wearing masks. Everyone knows it's a joke. Over 70 counties don't even have one COVID-19 case. There's 9 dead in Austin. All of them had pre-existing conditions. Let's see, people say, well, Alex, you say it's an emergency. We should get ready, prepared. Yeah, because we're already in a depression globally. It's going to get really bad now. How bad it gets is up to what we do now, because it's a death sentence to the third world. Tens of millions will starve to death conservatively the next year. The numbers they have in the Associated Press are like, oh, 2 million are starving right now. Extra because of this. Those are real people dying. So going under the peer pressure of wearing a mask or playing along with this is suicide. That's why we will have demonstrations in Austin for the governor to reopen things immediately, and I'll announce them soon. I've just been waiting for the people to be ready and to start having mass demonstrations all over the country. We can roll some B-roll footage if you like, this amazing drone footage. It's on Infowars.com, stunning aerial footage of Michigan lockdown protest, and the people just said no, and they came in and they filled it up, and they took over the Capitol, and they told the crazed governor to stop it. This is the answer. And now we're in a civil war with the globalists openly trying to block our economy reopening, saying corporations in an alliance with blue states and cities under the UN direction will not open until the UN says so. So Trump goes after the head of the UN because that's a globalist who's been caught covering up the bioweapon release and trying to get the Chinese into the country when they had it to spread it to do this. But because Trump ignored what they said and ignored the federal judges and blocked the Chinese coming in, it was much less. And now they don't have the big death toll these dirty filthies wanted, do they? These scum. That guy shouldn't be fired. He should be arrested on war crimes of bioweapons. And after he's convicted, hang his ass by the neck until dead. And I want to go overthrow China and hang Xi Jinping's ugly ass as well. You attack us with weapons, you die. Nuremberg trials are coming. Get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, spread the word about the live transmission. You are Paul Revere's. We're live, ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting worldwide. I'm Alex Jones, your host. And these criminal globalists have this country in a stranglehold. And so many Americans love the cowardice. They love getting into it. They love being roped like a dope. They enjoy it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm unable to do the show at this point. More and more I'm unable to do it. I just can't do it. There's not a fighting spirit is the problem in America. And I just, it's like everybody's in a daze, and a lot of people are waking up. So I should be more positive. But I've got some special reports I'm going to air, and I'm going to decide if I'm coming back or not. This isn't some new drama thing I'm doing. It's just people don't know the times they're living in. They don't understand the reality that we're under foreign attack with collaborator traitors holding the nation hostage with a bioweapon they cooked up in Wuhan, released on us, covered up while it spread, and then they blame our country and our president and are trying to put us in a permanent depression and put deadly vaccines in us from the very people that launched the bio attack. If that doesn't piss you off, nothing will. And you look how childlike and stupid people are everywhere. And they just don't have any light in their eyes because they watch TV all day and they live in a fantasy land. And so people are in a sleep state, a dull, entertainment-induced sleep state while we're under total attack by a bunch of globalist predators. It's unbelievable.